All right, guys. Hi, it's Kelly from Cards by Christine here with you on the Cards by Christine Facebook page, which is not where I was 2 minutes ago. So I'm sorry about that. If you caught me over on Chris's personal page, I ended that video and will get that deleted, and then we will get that out of here. So welcome to our October paper pumpkin card making. We're holding on to every last bit of fall that we can. October is gone, but that's okay. We're still gonna do the October kit. So I'm very excited. This kit is gorgeous. I love, love, love it. And I wish I would have been able to nab some of the refill kits. I think they were available, and maybe for a very short amount of time, because when I heard that there were refill kits, because sometimes there aren't, when I heard that, I went on to look to order some and they were gone. So I don't know if they had just like a small inventory of them and they sold out like super fast or what, but yeah, they're beautiful. And I hope you guys got some. I'll give you a sneak peek of what they look like as we let people stumble in. This is the box. Oh, it didn't switch. This is the box, and I'll start opening it, but we won't open the contents yet. But if you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you like it, do not dismay. Chris has 4 of them available. And there's 2 options. If you are local to Chris, she's doing a Paper Pumpkin bingo where you can come make these 10 cards. Look at how beautiful it is. And trust me, the cards on the inside are so beautiful. So if you are local to Chris and see this and decide you want it, you can come join us for Paper Pumpkin Bingo. It is, I don't know the details off the top of my head, but you come play, I think, like 5 or 6 games of bingo, make the Paper Pumpkin cards, and it's a lot of fun, and it's, you know, just a great opportunity to get out and stamp. So that has its own fee, but if you want just the Paper Pumpkin, it costs $24. The ones that Chris got were $24, and it's $6 for shipping. So if you're local and want just the Paper Pumpkin, not the Paper Pumpkin Bingo Night, it's $24. And if you are not local, you can always have that shipped for $6 extra. Trust me, it's worth it. It's a beautiful kit. So I lost my comments. Let me get that back. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, woo! Thank you, Chris. 6 p.m. this Wednesday, 6 games of bingo for $35. Such a great time. So come and do it. I need to turn my volume down. All right. So how has everyone been? I feel like I haven't been doing this in such a long time, and I'm so excited to be here making some cards with you. Paper Pumpkin is my favorite. I have been a subscriber for a very long time, and this kit is, all the kits excite me. I usually end up liking them all, even if I don't love it off the bat. Usually once I start seeing some of the alternatives, and once I do it myself, I'm usually like, yeah, I can make that work for me. But this one, right off the bat, I was like, oh my goodness, I love it. It is so beautiful. Sorry, I'm gonna stay hydrated tonight because I'm sick, which really sucks. It's ripped through my family. I have 2 boys, and one of them just started 3K this past year, so he's, you know, more prone to the germs. So he got it first, then he passed it to his brother, and now I've got it. But we are surviving and staying hydrated, so. Okay. Oh, what was I talking about? So if I'm a little spacey tonight, it's because my head is full of mucus. So bear with me. We're going to do our best. But, yeah, so who on here, let's do a show of hearts and likes and loves, is a Paper Pumpkin subscriber who has the kit, who has done it already, who is doing it with me. Just kind of want to gauge who we've got, because we've already got 45 people on. Okay, so my comments are being weird. Woohoo! Tana Grushki is a top fan. Glad to see it. Hello from West Michigan. Okay, look at all those hearts. Wow. So that looks like a lot of people are doing Paper Pumpkin along with me tonight, which makes me so happy. And share in the comments. Do you guys like Paper Pumpkin? I do. I love Chris's style, and I love the quality of the cards that Chris makes, but I love also having kits like Paper Pumpkin or some of the kits from the catalogs that when I need something I can just quickly put together and have a beautiful card. And sometimes it's nice not to have to think about or worry about designing, because I mean, these Paper Pumpkin kits are so well put together and so well designed that it is so easy. I don't know why my comments are not coming through. So, what do you think? Do you enjoy doing Paper Pumpkins, or are you more for the like intricately handmade cards? Or both? I mean, you can love them both. I do. I absolutely do. So, okay, we will chitty chat for another couple of minutes, and then we'll get going to town. And actually, so there's 2 cards in tonight's Paper Pumpkin kit. There's 5 each of 2 different designs, and then I'm going to be doing 2 alternatives, because typically there's like 3 or 4 cards, and these are very simple. I don't want to say simple to make it sound like they're like not beautiful, but like easy to assemble. So I was like, well, I may as well just do 2 alternatives, otherwise I might be in and out in half an hour. So we've got 2 Paper Pumpkin cards and 2 alternative cards. So, and I think you're really gonna love the alternatives. Honestly, I love the cards, but it was because of the alternatives that I wanted to have some extra kits. So yeah, all right, well, I am going to click on the comments button on the tablet if the phone isn't displaying them. See, Chris is like just such a pro. Oh man, I am not all with it today, but look at Chris, Johnny on the spot. Okay, I am getting a lot of love for both. Like I said, sometimes it's just nice to have. The other thing that's really cool about Paper Pumpkin that I really like is the exclusive stamp set that comes with it. You never know. Either you're going to love it or like it, or hopefully never not like it. But I really like that. And then it also comes with a Stamp and Spot, which has been my way of collecting the in colors, because I don't know, I've never bought the in colors, so it's nice, like, oh, that's an in color, now I have that color too. So, all right, let's get down to business, and then I will show off what we're going to be doing tonight. Sorry, I kind of moved things a little bit, I think. Oops. Okay, one more drink, and then okay, now we're good. Okay, so here's the box. The box in and of itself is beautiful. And then, hello, Arliss from Neilsville. Oh, I am dreaming I was in Neilsville right now. Okay, Karen, I agree. This month's stamp set is really beautiful. So there it is. I'll give you a closer peek at that in a second. My mom actually put ours together already, and I was just, so here we go. I'm going to see, it's kind of hard to see, but it's got these trees, which look like these trees. And then Merry Christmas in script. Peaceful Christmas Wishes Holiday Cheer. So those are like the bigger size. And then wishing you and your family all the best, sending you peace and joy all year long, to you and yours, and from our home to yours. So, and then these beautiful snowflakes as well. So I really like this stamp set. I think it's awesome. It coordinates with, at least to some degree, the Peaceful Christmas Sweet collection. That's kind of where some of the look of this was inspired from. And let's see. Oh, I thought this was two-sided. So it says, can't get enough of Christmas card making? Make even more magic happen with Peaceful Place products. So then we're going to crack this baby open and show off how beautiful this kit is. So this is what's inside. We've got 5 cards in this shaded spruce color, and we've got 5 cards that look like this with the gray and black tones that is reminiscent and looks exactly like a sheet of DSP from this Peaceful Christmas Suite. So it also was, to be honest, my favorite sheet of paper from that pack of DSP, so I was so excited to see this. And then look at these beautiful envelopes. So let's crack it open and see what else we've got inside. So if you are not a loyal Paper Pumpkin subscriber, or if you've never seen one of the kits, every month you get everything that you need to make those particular cards. And it's not always cards, but most of the time it is. And in the past few years, they've gotten really good at like sneak peeks. So you can be a subscriber and skip a month if you aren't jazzed up by the sneak peeks, or if you find out that it's going to be a kit instead of cards. So I think next month might be treat boxes or something like that. Don't quote me on that by any means, but oh, correct. So Chris also said the first time you subscribe, you also get a Paper Pumpkin block, which is like this. It's the D block, except for it's just got a little bit of different edges. So not exactly the same as the one in the catalog, but it's the same size. And a couple of things about that. Every stamp that comes in the exclusive stamp sets is guaranteed to fit on this block, because they don't know what you have, and they don't know if you have a whole set of blocks or not. So they guarantee that all the stamps will fit on this block. And they also, now this I'm a little less sure of, but I think it's right. They also don't duplicate a color of ink spot in a 12-month span. So we got shaded spruce in today's kit. So this color would not be utilized as a Paper Pumpkin stamp and spot for the next 12 months. So it's really a generous offering that Stampin' Up! Has for the Paper Pumpkin kits, because not only do you get to make these 10 beautiful cards, but you also get the stamp, the ink, and then all of the embellishments and adhesives. Now, if you have these things at home, like if you have your own block, you can use your own supplies. I always use my full-size stamp pad instead of my Stamp and Spot. I use my liquid glue, in conjunction with the dimensionals, and sometimes these as well. But sometimes I pull in my own supplies to make it a little more easier to do. Okay, sorry. Okay, one more water break. Okay, no promises, maybe a couple more. Okay, So now let's look at what else we have in here. So we've got 5 card bases that are shaded spruce, printed on one side and white on the other side. Then we've got some tags and banners. Then we have this beauty. So this has foil snowflakes all over it, and then it's got the black and white printed trees on it. So stinking pretty. Oh my goodness. Then, let's see. We've got these tags and banners. We have cutout Noels and cutout trees. So, that is all we need to make tonight's kit. And I'm going to move some things out of the way so I've got some more room. And we're going to get started. I'm going to start with the green card because I just can't stop oohing and ahhing over the gray one. So I'm going to save what is best for last, as they always say. Okay, so again, if you're new to Paper Pumpkin, every time you get instructions, about 6 months ago they switched to doing in color or like full color instructions, and they're just very intuitive for how you need to make your card. So it's a great offering. If you're looking to get into card making and you just don't know where to start, this is a great place to start. And if you are looking for a hobby and don't know if you like stamping, this would be a great way to get involved as well. And also with the holidays coming up, if you know someone who likes crafting, maybe it's not quite your thing, but if you know someone that likes crafting, they make great gifts. So that's my spiel. All right, so I'm going to get around the supplies for my green card. Did I show off the envelopes? I feel like I did when they were on the box, but I didn't show them off in person. So here are the envelopes. They've got trees running around the bottom and they're foil stamped. And then they're this beautiful shaded spruce color, and there's plaid shaded spruce on the inside. So pretty. You would maybe need to either put an address label on it or write definitely in black on here if that is the envelopes that you're going to use. Okay, so back at it. Then I'm going to move all the envelopes out of the way. Okay, so we need our card base, obviously. We need trees. Okay. We need this guy. And I think the rest of this is just going to hang out up here. We need 1 Noel. These are laser cut, so they're very precise, and there's a couple small little areas where there's a little notch that all you got to do is pull gently and it'll come off. So there's our Noel, and then we need a couple rhinestones, a couple adhesives, and our stamps. So according to this, we need our shaded spruce and the lineup of trees. Okay. Oh, so I didn't even realize that these trees were stamped on here, to be perfectly honest with you. Okay, Paper Pumpkin stamps are always photopolymer, and as a general rule of thumb, to get your best stamped image from a photopolymer stamp, you're going to want to use a foam mat, such as the Pierce mat. So I'm going to bring that in, and then I'm going to grab, I may as well punch all the rest of these out because I'm going to need them all anyways. Sharon, sorry, I just saw your comment. Can I get this kit? Yes, Chris has 4 extras. And I don't know if you are local or not, but she has them for $24. Or you can come to bingo. Now, she just said it. I can't remember if it was $35 or $36. And play 6 games of bingo, of course, with the opportunity to win prizes. Or if you are not local, you can have them shipped to you for an additional $6. Thank you so much for sharing, Judy. I always forget to say that. So if you enjoy watching and would like to share me and Chris with your friends, that's a great way for us to reach new people that may be interested in crafting along with us. 35. Thank you. I warned Chris that my head wasn't quite perfectly with it today. And she's like, are you sure you want to do it? And you guys, I love this kit so much that the answer was yes, if you trust that I'm not going to just crash and burn. Okay, so we stamped the trees on the page. If anyone wants a kit, please email Chris at chrismbertram@msn.com or text, and she put her phone number in the comments. So this kit is extremely beautiful. I'm pretty sure the 4 extras she has are going to go. So if you are interested, act fast, because I might take them. I'm not kidding. I love this kit so much. I trust you. Thanks, Chris. Right now, I don't know if I trust myself. Okay. That got stamped. Then we are going to put some dimensionals behind this bad boy. And I'm going to advise. So Mom put this kit together already, and she did a great job. I love how they turned out, but I thought it was interesting. So this is a printed piece of paper, and it's not it's cardstock, but it's not like very thick. And they show you, hi Latokia, they show you where they suggest putting adhesive, which is great. But I thought it was interesting when I saw the card, because I hadn't opened mine and looked through these yet, that they only suggested a dimensional in each corner. It kind of sagged. So I am going to suggest, if you have extra dimensionals, because there's probably not enough to do this for all 5 of this card, as well as it looks like you need a couple for the tag for the other cards. I'm going to suggest putting more dimensionals on than that. So this is what they tell you to do. This is what they've supplied you with. But I am going to go ahead and add a couple more. Or, pro tip, this is all dimensionals. You don't need to waste the stuff along the edges. You can cut that off and use that as well. So if you don't have dimensionals at home and aren't able to add more, you can always do this to get a little bit more. So it's valuable stuff. Okay, so now we've got our dimensionals on the back. Winnicott, hello Becky. Thank you for joining us tonight. Okay, so somewhere along this we folded our card base, so I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to take my bone folder and give it a nice crease edge. And then we're going to peel the backs off of the dimensionals. So of all of my crafters joining me tonight, do you typically craft alone or do you craft with someone? I like to craft with Chris and my mom. Sometimes I'm by myself, but not that often. Well, I'm almost always with my mom, because if I'm crafting, I need someone to watch my boys. So we usually tag team the boys. So that's the story of the stage I'm in my life right now. I'm just trimming. You can see a little bit of white where these were to be punched out of, so I'm just going to trim them off. But the reason I ask, yes, I understand that, Stacy. Alone, but with the husband and child making a lot of noise. Hi, Jean Maxwell. So, peeling dimensional backs is, you know, not a super fun thing to do, but it's a part of the card making process. But I made tags for my son's Halloween treats that he took to his 3K classroom, and he helped me peel the dimensional backs off of all the little ghosts and then stuck them on, and it was so fun. He's 3.5, so it's not like he was going to have a huge role in creating these things, but being the extra mom that I was like, well, I want to, you know, make something cool that his little friends are gonna really like and think it was awesome. So it was fun though. I did all of the prep work ahead, and then like the stamping and the punching out and stuff like that, and then him and I assembled together. I didn't even let him glue. I knew that was going to be a disaster. So he did the dimensionals, and it was a lot of fun. So that's why I ask. I hope my boys get into, you know, they don't need to be card makers per se, but I hope they enjoy doing stuff like that with their mama. Never too young to start stamping. My granddaughter was cranking a big shot. Oh my goodness, funny story. We were over at my mom's house today, and Jake, and I'm going to see if I can bring this up. So Jake is 1.5. And for 10 minutes straight, Mom said he was rolling the plates through the Big Shot. And then I got this video, and I'm sure you won't be, well, I'm not going to turn up the volume because we'll get awful feedback, but he kept, when he was cranking the handle, he was making a like vroom 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 sound. It was adorable. Man, those boys. So let's see if I can, now I need to get my thing back up. Okay, there we go. I do need a little girl. I agree. We'll see. My hands are full right now. That's okay. Okay, so I don't need this. That one's for the next card. And then I do need one of these banners. Okay. Back in business. All right. Then we punched out our vellum trees. Now, the vellum, if you've never worked with vellum before, vellum is semi-transparent. So you're going to want to use adhesive only in places you know are not going to be seen. So they give you a diagram of where they placed their glue dots so that you, it's stuck under my fingernail. On my way here, I was like, I need to cut my fingernails because this is how you lose embellishments, because I can get rhinestones and everything stuck beneath. Oh, and here I got some glue dot. Oh my goodness. You guys. Sandy, it's fine. I don't know. My husband, so when we were younger, I wanted 2 kids and he wanted 3. That's before we were even married. He came from a family of 3 and I came from a family of 2. So I guess maybe it was just natural for us to kind of think that way. And then when we had kids, he feels like we're set. And I don't know, I feel like I'd kind of like a girl, but at the same time, we will just play it by ear. Okay, so we've got our vellum trees down. Next, we've got 2 of the dimensionals. Arliss, so he doesn't actually have the right sandwich, so he kind of, I can't believe he can get the plates to actually move, to be honest, because it's not completely closed, if that makes any sense. I don't know, it's just, he was just entertaining himself, and to me, that was worth the price of the machine and all the supplies he could jam in it. He is getting very interested in things, so he is very explorative. I don't know if that's a word. He likes to explore.
Hi guys. So apparently you have to delete past videos, otherwise the Switcher Studio account fills up.
I'm gonna find this in the meantime.
And what was the oldest video that we found?
Oh, we were wearing summer clothes.
We were wearing summer clothes. So what happened is that the space and the storage filled up on the Switcher Studio app, and it kicked Kelly out. And I was watching too. I'm like, oh my God, I froze. I went back and I came back in and it was good. And then boom, it kind of like froze for good. So Kelly was rocking and rolling and doing a really good job, and I trust her. So
And Chris is off to date night.
I'm up. Yeah. So you guys, I have, let me turn that up. I have class Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and 2 on Saturday. So instead of having a date night Friday night, we're having a date night tonight because Kelly is gonna be here. She's doing a great job here.
So excited about this paper pumpkin. I was
So,
like, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys, I just heard Tyler get here, so we're off.
Perfect.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. So let's see. I think, oh yes, we were on these embellishments a month ago. I cannot remember what I was designing, but I said to Chris, I wish they made the wonderful gems in silver, because the wonderful gems, there's a gold tone and there's a red, and whatever I was designing was maybe blue and gray and silver, lending to silver, and they exist, except for you only get this many, and they don't sell them in the catalog. So let's all petition to Stamp It Up and say, we want these rhinestones. They are so beautiful. Can we do that? Okay. So, suggestion for placement according to their little picture, which I'm all about because I feel like I don't do random very well. Got them up here. Something like that. Boom, done. It's gorgeous. All right, so that is card number 1. Moving on now. We need all of the rest of the supplies for card number 2. So we've got the labels. Then a banner. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming back. I lost you. That was so sad. And some twine. Okay. So, stamping here. Oh, I need to get this off my black. Here we go. Okay, we've got Merry Christmas, but I do think all of the sentiments are sized to fit in that little banner or that little tag that they gave. So you could do Merry Christmas, Peaceful Christmas Wishes, or Holiday Cheer, whichever you choose. And we're going to stamp in Shaded Spruce. Okay, so Latokia, I totally agree. I wish I would have bought multiples. I don't know if you were on before when I said, I think for a very brief amount of time they had some refill kits available, but they are no longer available, which makes me want to cry. I would have done a whole bunch. You know, I do have a head cold. It sucks. And the worst of it is it's hard to take care of kids when you don't feel so great yourself. So that was, hello Linda, thanks for joining. If you want to catch the replay, just to warn you, it is in 2 chunks, because as Chris just mentioned, we did have a little technical issue. So that's how that's gonna go. Thanks for sharing. Hello Melanie, thanks for joining. Okay, so I'm done with the stamps for now. They will come back shortly when we do our alternative, which, by the way, I am very excited about. Okay, so step number 1, stamp. Step number 2, cut 6 inches of twine and make into a bow. So a while ago, I don't know how long they've been doing this, but a while ago they put a ruler along the side of the instructions, which is just brilliant. So stinking clever. Okay, then if you have a bow maker, this is a great opportunity to get it out to make your little bow. Feel like that could be a little bigger. 6 inches is not a huge amount. And again, you guys, these nails are too long. As in my fingernails, not the nails on the bow maker. I like making bows with plenty of ribbon, so I should have done this before I trimmed it off the spool, but I didn't. But that is a perfect bow. So if you're new to Chris and don't know what the bow maker is, you just saw it clumsily in action. It is great. You want one. Enough said. Okay. Number 3, we're taking and adhering, and again, I'm going to use liquid glue instead of the glue dots that they give. Personal preference. So we're gluing this plaid piece, which when you put it on, just be aware, you know what? We're going to fold our card base first. That would make the most sense. When you put it on, just beware that you want to be intentional about how you're placing your squares. Either you obviously want them straight up and down, or if you want them at a diagonal, that is fine as well. Just know that it kind of matters. If it matters to you, it matters. Water break, okay. Okay. Then we're going to adhere. Ooh, hibachi, that sounds really good. Enjoy. Adhere the red batter. And then the sentiment using dimensionals. Woo. Okay. Last but certainly not least, we need to adhere our bow. And now I would use a glue dot. So I was just explaining my love-hate relationship with glue dots. This is when I would use a glue dot. Okay. And then they kind of just put it here-ish. You guys, these cards are so simple. Now, like I said in the beginning, I do not mean to say simple like they're not beautiful and stunning, just so easy to do. So, here is card 1 and card 2. In this month's Paper Pumpkin Kit, you get the supplies to make 5 of each, including coordinating envelopes. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the alternatives. And maybe that's not the moment you've been waiting for, but I'm really excited about it. So, on the back, they always say, do more with this month's kits and show off some Paper Pumpkin alternatives. However, I am going to make 2 alternatives with you and let me know what you think. So, let's kind of clean up our space because now we're going to go off the cuff a little bit. And as I was putting these 2 cards together, I realized I didn't do the best job gathering my stuff to make my alternatives. So I might be winging it as we go here. So I'm going to pull in my... Okay, so what we are going to use is this card, an envelope, and nothing else from this. So my intention, oh, I do need the mat though. My intention when designing alternatives is very intentional so that you can utilize everything from the kit with just a couple of additional supplies, like not going huge into my repertoire of supplies and finding a whole bunch of other stuff, but basically just making the kit accessible and making it so that you can do something a little different if you want to change it up a little bit. Because some people do really like the creativity piece of making cards, so they, you know, don't necessarily love that everything's done for you, and that's respectable. Good for you. I sometimes love that. Okay, so I'm just grabbing the colors that I forgot to grab before the video, so my bad. Bear with me, it'll be worth it, I promise. Real red. Ooh, lots of real red. And then I also need basic white. We are running low on basic white in the Cards by Christine studio. Send help. Just kidding. We'll be okay. All right, so I'm going to start with the card made from an envelope because these envelopes are gorgeous. Thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate you sharing. I love foil. I love the contrast of the foil on this beautiful shaded spruce color. And I struggle to send envelopes like this because to me, it is so hard to let someone just tear it open and throw it away. Like, who keeps an envelope? I think some people maybe do, but I think almost everyone just pitches an envelope. So to me, it's like wasted, especially when it's this pretty. So oftentimes you will catch me using the beautiful envelopes as an alternative. And yes, Marcia, Paper Pumpkin is tonight because Chris has a different class on Thursday, I think. I think she's still on. She can maybe speak to that. But so this is also extra. I don't know that I have a use for this per se, but this piece doesn't need to hit the trash. It could be used for, you know, die cutting or cutting. Hi, Marcia from Fond du Lac, right in our neck of the woods. Okay, so this piece then is going to get cut down to 3 3/4. So I'm going to take that off the top because I don't want to cut any of the beautiful trees off. And then by 5. Hi, Janet. Okay, so this is going to be our piece. Then I'm also going to, let's see here, let's get rid of some of my scrappies. Cut some shaded spruce at 4 by 5 1/4. Sorry. Remember when I said my brain's not totally with it? Maybe need to sharpen that blade. I just farted on what a mat size is. Think I got it though. I'm just going to trim the little frillies off the edge. Oh, interesting. Jean Maxwell says someone suggested using a heat tool to unglue the envelopes. See, you guys, I learned just as much from you as you do from me. All right, so. And then I'm going to have a shaded spruce card base at 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. Okay. I'm going to grab my bone folder and burnish the edges. Then glue down my smoky slate card mat. Running out of glue. Okay. And then, oh, look how beautiful this side is too. But not as beautiful as the foil trees. Okay. Now, this kit includes enough supplies to make 10 cards. So, if you buy just plain white envelopes, your kit that makes 10 cards includes 10 envelopes, and now you can make 10 of these cards. So for that reason, I'm not going to use any of the like ribbons and embellishments because I'm assuming you're using them on the cards in the kit. All right, let's see here. Then I am going to stamp Connie Davidson. Do they have a refill kit? So I don't think so. I think there was one available for a very short amount of time. By the time I heard about it and went to go nab it, it was gone. So I don't think there are refills, and I just want to cry because I love it so much. Okay. On this, I am going to, you can stamp any of the sentiments, but I am going to stamp Holiday Cheer, and I'm going to stamp it in real red. Just get a little pop of real red. And then I'm also going to stamp some snowflakes. Okay, so Holiday Cheer. Okay. So, Connie, keep your eyes out. I don't know if there will be more released or if they're gone, or I have no clue. But as of the filming of this video, there are no refills. Hello, Jen. So nice to see you, kind of, virtually see you. Oh, yeah. All right, then I'm also going to grab the Snowflake Stamp and my Smoky Slate, and I think I'm going to stamp some. I heard they are gone. No! You guys are breaking my heart. They should make 1 million more. Okay, so I'm just gonna stamp snowflakes in the sky, which is going to be very subtle because it is a dark background, but I just wanted a little bit of texture. You guys, can we petition for them to make more refills? I just love it. Now, this would have been a great thing to do before I glued it down, but that's not how I think today. So, you know, we're just going to stamp it while it's glued on the card base. All that means is I need to be more careful. Great point, Jean. So what Jean said is maybe they'll reappear as a kit. So you may have recognized some of the kits in the kit category on the website as old paper pumpkins. So that is kind of, I think there's like 8 or 10 of them, and they are paper pumpkins from years past. So I would be all about that. Now, that being said, you would get an extra, you'd get the stamp set again, which the refill kit, of course, doesn't include the stamp set. So, it's just sad. It makes me sad. Okay, so, now, I kind of had this all laid out ahead of time in my head, and now I just don't know how I'm gonna finish it, because that's about as far as I made it in my, hello Elaine, in my prep ahead. So I prepped ahead to some degree because I knew how my head was feeling, and I knew that I probably wouldn't do a great job just doing this on the fly, so I worked on it this afternoon. Hello, Diane! Oh, and I wanted to tell you, I am using the label, the stitched label that I'm using is from the Potted Succulent dies. It was what I had available to me at the time of designing it, so there are all sorts of different dies that have die cut labels and stuff like that. So if you don't have that one, you can use anything you have. Okay, so I was thinking about using this in some way, shape, or form because I like the texture to it. I don't know if I go like this maybe. Ooh, I have an idea. I'm gonna use some of the silver, that stuff, and then I'm gonna make, so that's silver cording. Thank you, Sue. I'm going to cut, that's probably about 10 inches or so. And then I'm also going to somehow incorporate some of the silver cording in there too, because I think that would be a nice pop. Deb, I agree. I would love these gems to be a permanent fixture in the catalog. So I think Stampin' Up! Needs to watch my video and take some notes because we've got lots of great suggestions in here. Okay, so let's put that on there and see what we think of that. A little less. Hello, Barb. Sorry, I'm kind of like, hi, Hildenel. Okay, I like that. Now I just need to figure out how, because I just want to add some silver. I think it'll really tie in very nicely to the silver here. So do I just follow the same thing or do I do a little loopy nest? Ooh, I might try a rat's nest. I'm not so great at rat's nests, but let's see here. I'll go like that. Trimmer there. Whoa, okay. I let go. Thanks, Julie. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, splatter with Stella. No better suggestion has ever been made. So now that one's a little too loose. Let's see here. Ooh, I like that. It's a little too loose, so I'm gonna close my fingers a little bit. And maybe trim it down because it doesn't need to be quite so big. Okay. In theory, I like how these look. It's just always so hard for me to achieve the look. Ouchie. Okay, so let's do this. I feel like this one little piece of the card is taking me as long as the whole rest of putting the card together was, which is probably why it was good that I prepped ahead of time. To save you all some froggy brain power. Okay, so I'm just putting down a little more tear and tape towards the edge for my frog's nest. Oh my goodness, rat's nest. Can't get the tear and tape off. Okay, here we go, here we go. Put that there, stick that there. Oh, I like it. I just did a bad job centering these. Oh, I really like that. I think I'm going to go like this. I love the smoky slate border with this card. I didn't know how it was going to look like, if it was going to be quote unquote competing with the silver foil, but I really like it. I think it works very well. Okay, now I'm going to put some dimensionals down, and before I stick it down, I am absolutely going to splatter with Stella. Best suggestion of the night. Gold star for Deb. It is messy back here. I've got myself a very intricate system. Okay, so then I'm going to take my Stella pen, whom I kind of have forgotten about tonight. I didn't put Stella on any of the cards from the kit. Oh my goodness, guys, this is gorgeous. Now, the problem with Stella is it's hard for you guys to see her. So you're just going to have to trust me. I'll show you what I've got as soon as I have this down. But you're just going to have to trust me that it looks gorgeous. Then we got to flip it the right way. All right, and there's our alternative. What do you think? Let's see here. Stella? Yeah, there she is. You can see it a little bit. Okay, alternative number one. Oh, I forgot to trim the ends of the ribbon. And this is why you don't want to use those envelopes. Am I turning you to team plain white envelopes? But no, Stamp It Up. Keep sending them. We like them. We'll use them, just not for the card kits. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm going to do a second alternative because this month's kit was so simple and fast and easy that I figured to give you guys the best bang for your buck, I was going to do 2 videos for you. And Marcia, I am thrilled that you're going to case the card. If you do, please share it with us. We would love to see how you made it. And if it looks exactly the same, great. I'm not offended. Okay. You guys, I love this. I thought this was such a beautiful piece of DSP, and I love that it was one of the card bases, but it doesn't need to be the front and back. To me, that was just so wasteful, but I get it. It's so beautiful. Like, it's fine, but you could get twice as many if you cut it in half. So, my suggestion for you, and maybe this is me just being frugal, is, where did I put the card? Cut it in half, and then put this all together on your beautiful little half card. Words are hard. Okay, so how about I stop talking and show you what I'm trying to say? So, cut down the score line. Take the pieces from your paper pumpkin kit and assemble this card as is. This is no longer a card. You either could send it as a postcard, which would be perfect, or attach it to a card base, which you could do basic white, or you could, do smoky slate or basic black. And then this becomes a card because it's, looks like this, but you mounted it on a card base. Now you have an entire sheet of 5.5 by 4.25 that you can make something else. So exciting. So remember when I said I did a real bad job prepping? Okay, you're seeing it in action. Basic black, and cut a card base of 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. Oh, and actually, what I was intending to do was not a standard card base. Okay. So either cut it the right dimension the first time, or do as I'm doing right here and cut 1.5 inches off. Oopsies, 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 oopsies. So that is your card base. Then I'm going to make a mat of 4 by 5.25. Okay. And then I'm going to take this piece and, where's my ruler? We've got I'm trying to do math here and it's not going great. 7/8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13/8. Oh man, why am I doing this to myself? Okay, so I cut off about 1.25 inches. We'll go with. This strip can be used for something else. It's just not going to be for this card. So look, you even got this little thing you can do something with. Then cut 1.5 inches off. And now if I would have done better and actually measured instead of cut this piece off, this would be easier. But what's left is about 1.5 inches. And I did about, let's see here. There-ish. 7/8. And then whatever's remaining. And just make sure it doesn't shift before you cut. Okay, so now you have 3 pieces. All right. Now, before we start gluing, I want to stamp my stuff on the inside in case it gets crooked. So I used Real Red. Jean, great suggestion, but I'm gonna do a little better than that. All right, so Real Red for my sentiment. And I'm going to place this here as a reference for centering. Stamp this here. Which is very crooked. That is why we do this before we glue. Okay. Try again. Hopefully it's straighter this time, otherwise we get to choose between the two options. Oh yeah, I was like, sorry if you see my head. Yup, there it is. I'm a little nervous now because it's like, that was very crooked. That is not crooked. I don't know how I managed to do that quite so bad. Okay, then I'm going to take the snowflakes and stamp off in smoky slate and surround my words. Okay, I can move this now. Don't get sick, guys. It's not fun. Stamp around the words, but like I said, I'm going to stamp off first so it's not too distracting from the words. Okay, your words are in a blizzard. Okay, it's coming together, ladies and gents. Okay, now we're going to start making the magic happen. So let's, okay, maybe it's not quite as crooked as I thought, but it's definitely crooked. I'm gonna try to squeeze every last ounce out of this glue. Not that it matters. I just don't want to get into one. I've had enough snags tonight. I don't need to go get some glue. Okay, so that is that. Now we're going to take our strip that is 1.5 inches long and we're going to flush mount it all the way to the edges. Yeah, I think she's cashed. Oh. Okay. Now when you close your card, it should line right up to the front. Then you're going to take your next strip, which is about 7/8 of an inch. Or, you know, I really could have done this a lot easier for you guys. So let me do some math in a real quick hurry. And then I'll give you, if you're interested in casing this one as well, it'll make all the difference. Oh, I'm so close. Hello, Mary Ellen from Montana. Thank you so much for joining us. That was crooked. Whoa, you guys, my eyes are not on straight today. Hello from Iowa. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so the base was, I'm bringing my scrap back in here. So a base is 5.5 tall. That doesn't matter. It's 4 1/4 wide. The side strip is 1.5. This is 7/8, but for easier math, make it 1 inch and then make the next one 1/2 inch. So if you add these 3 pieces together, you've got 3 inches. So you'd take 1 1/4 inches off the side, which is going to be very close to this, probably off by just an eighth. 1 1/4. Okay, so 10 minutes ago when I was like, how much should I cut off? And just kind of cut off an inch and a quarter, an inch and a quarter. Then cut 1 1/2. And the reason I didn't just do it, I wanted the tree. And it wouldn't have been near as interesting if I used this section of it. So I cut 1 1/4 inches off, which put my tree right in the center of this piece, which is perfect. So then cut 1 1/2 inches, cut 1 inch, and cut 1/2 inch. It'll be an eighth of an inch bigger on this piece and an eighth of an inch smaller on this piece. However, if you like exactly how this looks, you could use the eighths. I don't know. Some people don't like using 1/8 inch. I guess it probably has a little to do with how good your eyesight is. Sometimes it's hard for me. I have very poor eyesight, so sometimes those 1/4 inches or eighth of an inch is hard for me to distinguish. Okay, so now we need to do some stamping again. So I am going to grab my trees and Peaceful Christmas Wishes. All right, and some basic white. I need approximately okay, we're working on scraps here because I joked before that Whisper White, basic white is hard to come by. Chris is literally out. She's got like none left. So we're using up our scraps. Oh, sorry. I prepped this in advance. So 2 1/2 by 2 1/4. I didn't finish either of the designs. I started both of them, didn't finish either. So I wanted to be a little ahead of the game. So it's still keeping me on my toes nonetheless. Okay, so 2 1/2 by 2 1/4. And then we're gonna take base real red and make a mat for that. So that's 2 1/2 by 2 3/4. Come on. Yikes. I'm hitting the struggle bus, guys. Okay, water break. Now we're gonna stamp. I have found that the stamp fits best on the block sideways. Do with that what you please. That was just my thought. Okay, now we're gonna bring in the Shaded Spruce, which is the color that comes in the kit. If you don't have any other ink colors, you could definitely stamp in Shaded Spruce the sentiment, but I am going to stamp my sentiment in Real Red. This pad is a little, needs re-inking, so. Okay, so we're gonna do our trees along the bottom. And then we are going to lift it up and do it at second strength, cockeyed. So you got the two different tones of trees. I love it. Okay, then we're going to bring in our Real Red. And our sentiment. And stamp our sentiment at the top. Love it. Oh, I'm getting so excited about this card because this is as far as I got in my prep. So I don't know what it's gonna look like, but I know it's gonna look beautiful. we are done stamping. So I'm gonna move that to the side. Put the pieces together. Figure out some ribbon and call it a card. Okay, so let's put this mat together. And then trim off some of the, Chris's blade I think is getting a lot of little frillies tonight. Okay. Alrighty. Now, I want to adhere this with dimensionals. Here-ish. And I want some ribbon. So, do I want to do some of this silver? I kind of like the silver. Chris also suggested the mesh, but said this is all I have left. And I agree that this looks beautiful. I just don't know if I can make it happen with that small of a piece. So, let's see here. You guys, I think I'm gonna do another rat's nest. I don't know. Any ideas? Any ideas, anyone? I need to go get some rhinestones. So while you guys catch up with me, I'm gonna go get some rhinestones. Oh, okay, I am back with rhinestones. So, okay. Or a bow. Yes, a nest. Okay, I love it. Rat's nest. Cut it in half and glue it on each side. So I thought about that, but I thought with how this little bit's gonna hang over and with how busy it is on this side that you wouldn't see much of it. I don't know. If anyone cases this card, I would love to see how you dealt with the ribbon. Okay. But the theme of tonight is the rat's nest. We're just gonna go all out and do it. Such a great kit. Can't wait to play with it. I agree. I'm loving it. I don't know if you can hear that. This is the wall to my left is connecting with Chris's garage, and she just fired up her car to head out on date night. Okay, now let's tear and tape right in front of me. Okay, so I want the focus of my rat's nest to be on this side. So I'm gonna put the tear and tape there. Don't know if that's the right way. That's just how I'm gonna do it. And then I'm going to do this again. A little bigger than last time, because this is bigger than last time. And adhere it accordingly. And then dimensionals, I'm not even gonna peek. Not even gonna peek. I'm just gonna throw the adhesives on and pray to the good gods in the heavens above that it looks good. Dun 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 dun. Haha! Lo and behold, it looks pretty dang good. Not too bad. Can we just get this to come out? Yeah, that's not supposed to be stuck on there. All right. Love it. Oh, ha. Oh, boy. boy, oh boy, oh boy. In my mind, I had this all remembered this morning when I was pre-designing. So, we need to rework just a little bit. You guys, we need to leave a good ½ inch on the side here. Oh no, oh no, oh no. So I feel like the normal dimensionals are not quite, yeah, maybe they are. I thought they were a little bit of a different foam than this. And here my nails are too long again. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, problem solving, tear and tape. Cut another red square, yep. Exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this. You know, I feel like maybe in my normal headed state of mind, I would have remembered that, but there's no guarantees on that either. This is just as easily could have happened when I'm feeling 100%. So what I'm gonna do is stick that back down. And I had it so nicely laid out. You know, that's sad. But we live and we learn. Now I'm going to, boop, take and da-da-da-da. Don't use your ribbon scissors. Try the glue eraser. Great suggestion. The glue eraser would have worked substantially well in this situation. Okay, this little guy is like twisted funny. All right. This is called a Band-Aid. I'm fixing my mistake with a Band-Aid. Also, if you case this card, just don't make that mistake. There, no one will ever know. Okay, now. I'm gonna put one more dimensional on because I feel like those extra two could have been useful in holding it up. All right. Get this guy back on there. Now I might have a little too much going on because... Go enjoy your dinner, Jean. Thank you so much for tuning in. Man, I had a beautiful rat's nest. Everything was working great, and then I messed up. Okay. Let's stop belly aching and make the magic happen. Okay, she was about here. Now it's a little crooked. Give her a good press down, because now it's a little. And then I'm going to, just for my card, not because it needs it, I'm going to add some mini dimensionals to help secure this little bit of a train wreck. All right. So, you guys got 2 alternative paper pumpkin ideas and some live comedy tonight. All right, so let's clean up the mess and let me know what you think. Which alternative do you like better? Which card do you like better? What are your thoughts? Here are my alternatives. And here are my cards. Oh, I forgot the rhinestones. I left you guys to go get rhinestones and I forgot to use them. So let's bling this baby up. Thank you, Julie. Oh, you guys. And I'm gonna go home and trim my nails because this is crazy. Very good. Okay, now I'm done. I promise. All right. Thank you, Deb. I do love the alternatives. I'm a thrifty person in a lot of ways. And when I saw that the front and back of that card was that beautiful DSP, there was no way I was just going to let that go on the back of the card and kind of be quote-unquote wasted. So, all right. I hope you guys had a great time making this paper pumpkin kit. If you are interested, Chris has a few left. They may have already been spoken for, but definitely reach out to her if you would like one. And I was supposed to do this at the beginning. Crafting along with us today is Lynn Beasley, Barb Johnson, Pat Cuffle-Eben, Amy Brost, Christine Bertram, Marge Haas, Jody Storman, Kate Papp, Chris Duderanke, Barb Freund, Pam Newhauser, Brenda Kerwig, Stacy Burns, Patricia Williger, Janet Flanagan, Helen Voigt, Lori Kaiser, and Penny Powell. That makes 18. So I am going to bring up my random number generator and give away a prize. All right, let's do this. All right, 1 through 18. Number 17, Lori Kaiser, you are our winner tonight for Paper Pumpkin Night. Chris will be in contact with you to get that over to you. Can make so many more cards using alternative ideas. You are so right, and you really like how I use the envelope. Thank you. It is one of my favorite things to show alternatives with the envelopes. So I think this is like the 3rd or 4th time that I've done a paper pumpkin class for Chris. And 3 of those times I've made my alternatives out of the envelopes. So I think the last time I did it, I acknowledged that and I said, I hope you guys aren't sick of this yet, but I'm going to do an envelope alternative again. So I hope you guys had a great night. I did. I'm exhausted. It took a lot out of me. I wasn't on my A game. I was maybe on my B game, but not on my A game. So thank you for bearing with me as I crafted along with you, especially with the technology issues that we had. So I hope you had a wonderful night, and you can catch Chris on Thursday. Well, tune in tomorrow. She'll have a Tip Tuesday, and then you'll catch me for Technique Thursday, and she'll be crafting later in the evening. So hope you guys have a great night.